What up, everybody? Hey, honey, it's Val, and you're in Valtopia. Yeah, baby, welcome. Stevie Wonder, the sunshine of my life. What's happening, everybody? Hey, honey, it's time for some Valtopia TV, and we got some good stuff today. We have so much good content today because we are in the thick of it, and stuff is happening, and people are rising up, and their family members are freaking, and we're going to talk about manifestation. We're going to talk about improving your life, and we're going to talk about what it takes to back yourself and believe in yourself so that you can live like you want to without feeling all guilty and people freaking on you. You know what I'm saying? So let me share this around. Oh, Stevie, bring in the faith and the trust. I love me some Stevie Wonder. Yes. I wish I could leave it, but I can't. Yeah. So we're going to put on some Tibetan gongs instead. And I'm gonna share this around. Say hello if you're here. Who's here with me, honey? Say hello. And stay tuned. And if you're watching the playback, this is gonna be a good one. Share it around. It's always a good one though, isn't it? It's always a good one. My screen just went sort of dark. I don't know what's happening there. So share it around. I'm gonna share it into my Facebook group, free Facebook group, Valtopia. I'd love for you to join me. I was watching my live stream last night and I was like, man, I get right into it. I need to do a little chitty chat first. But the crowd comes and goes, so I just sort of keep it going and do it for whether you're here live or you're watching the playback, right? Hey, Diane, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for all the love eyes. Today's topic is really powerful, coming through, inspired by clients and beautiful things. Let me focus here and tell me what you're up to while I'm sharing around, and share around, get your friends on. Let's get into this because we are getting into deeper levels of manifestation, deeper levels of shift. People are like changing. Hi, Elaine, welcome. It's good to see you. Things are changing for people, and it's gonna get interesting. You know, people are starting to wake up a lot, and those of us that have already taken these steps to know ourselves and know all of our awareness and shift our lives to align to that awareness. Okay, Kim, I got you. You know, we have an understanding of this situation a little bit ahead of a lot of other people around us. And most people are gonna wonder what you're doing when you start to take care of yourself and wonder what's going on. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because this is the step that all of us have to go through when we begin to back in and believe in ourselves. And it's something that artists and creators and visionaries have always had to deal with. We're dealing with it in our own way in this time of life. And I want to talk about it. Yes, self-love, self-belief, and also understanding it from a place of compassion for yourself and others, because people get scared, you know, they don't understand what they don't know. And they don't understand this concept of creating from yourself. They don't understand the time you take for yourself to take care of yourself. Okay, I'm gonna share this in Valtopia. Do you like my hair? I got my hair done. Yesterday I got my lashes done. Yes, honey. I'm glad you're here, Kim. I'm sorry you've been having a hard time, but it's part of the journey, isn't it? And let me share it into my timeline. We had 5, 6 people, 7 people on. Those people left. I can't believe they left. This conversation is so powerful. Maybe they're going to come back and watch the replay. Let me know if you're watching the playback or I'm here for the rerun. And let me see. I've shared that into there. Where else should I share, you guys? I'm happy to figure it out. Let's see. I'm going to share it in the Abundance Flash Mob. Oh, that's not showing up, is it? Oh. Well, looky there. I'm not showing up in that group. Okay, never mind. Well, we're sharing it all here. So say hello if you're here and let me know how you're doing. And Kim says it's all good. It will pass. So your daughter will be out of harm's way. Yes. So here's the thing. You may have just come out into your backing yourself, and you may be really deep in the journey and still finding an opposition. Either, you know, usually if you're further along in the journey, the opposition's coming from yourself, right? It's old latent programs and beliefs coming up for release and review. And a lot of times that can throw us. I know I'm guilty of this. I've been through so many shifts where it seemed like it was going to be impossible to move beyond my current circumstances that were really not okay in my life, and to call in a different experience. I've been through it time and time and time again. And every time we go through it, I say this, I think, on every live stream, it feels like it's new, and we remember what it feels like to be awkward and to have doubt, and then we start attracting doubt from other people, and then we wonder why people don't believe us because we don't believe ourselves, and it's a challenge, right? Hi, Arissa, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So that's why the topic of today's show, thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. I love my guy over there in Mar Vista. He does such a good job. The deciding is the manifesting. The deciding is the manifesting. And for the longest time, I've been hearing coaches say, you just have to decide and it's done. And I would get triggered because it hasn't been that simple for me. I think if we've been living on the planet for a minute or are deeply entrenched in paradigms that have been existing forever, it's easy for us to think we're not as powerful as we are. And when I say powerful, some people might get triggered if you're deeply entrenched in, or if you've deeply steeped in a religious or spiritual background that speaks of God and respect for God, and like you're kind of outside from God. My perspective is that you can have that respect for the universe and God and the oneness of everybody and for each other, but there's definitely a huge gap of lack where we take care of ourselves and honor what's coming through us and how much choice we have in our thoughts, in our words, in our being, and what we would like to do with ourselves. We have so many ideas as culturally everywhere that it's outside of us, that we're not allowed to do that, it's only done this way and it's not going to happen. It's all just thought processes and conditioning. And I know this because I've broken through so many barriers time and time again. Thank you, Kim. And so while you're in the position where you've made the decision and you're stretching out beyond what feels comfortable and where you are right now, and you don't have the evidence around you to prove what you're seeing and feeling in your heart and your mind and your knowing is here yet, and then your family starts tripping on you and thinking you're in a cult or something because you're taking good care of yourself and making choices that ensure that you will be healthy and love your life down the line. That you're not just settling for a paycheck and some insurance because life is so desperate that you don't have any power over your mind to learn new things or to meet new people or to devise something creative that does empower you and that does bolster you and that brings your life force into more magnetic attraction and luminosity. That's frightening to people who aren't ready to face their own demons, so to speak, who aren't ready to look at their own weaknesses and shadow and deal with these beliefs that feel so real, and the fear of going beyond these blinders and these beliefs feels so real. But it's not real. I'm not saying your experience that's been difficult isn't real. I've been through lots of difficult experiences where the gap in between what I desired and what I got was long and hard and gnarly, but it changes the more I understand how much my own decision and focus and energy about what I'm creating and bringing into my life, no matter what it is, whether it's having a beautiful time with my children so they don't fight and deciding that they're going to get along today and we're going to have a great time and focusing on them before they come to be in my presence and tuning into their little bodies and their energy and calming what I feel and designing our afternoon in a way that allows me to relax and them to relax and for us to be together. That's a very practical, non-money related concept that has nothing to do with being crazy or being in a cult. It's called taking care for yourself and taking note of what's around you and choosing to be positive in moments where most people are so used to complaining with each other about how it sucks and and most people are evil and all this other bullshit that people sit around and just resign themselves to. Fuck that shit. I'm not living that life. I never have and I never will. Well, So Elizabeth says we fear failure, but we also fear success. Well, we fear a lot of things, don't we, Elizabeth? And the fear keeps so many people. It's like what I said in one of my posts yesterday, and I've said in some of my live streams, that game Operation, you know, if you touch the edge, it goes, and it just sends you back like, oh, I don't want to touch that. And when you have family and friends who are giving you shit for taking care of yourself and feeling proud of what you're doing and rising up out of circumstances that you don't like, and they're not living your life, but they're over there on the other side telling you, what are you up to? Who do you think you are? Well, what's one of the things somebody said? Oh, you're so humble and stuff like that. Listen, honey, that's their business and their fear and their insecurities talking, because they're not ready to sit down and stand up and do the same for themselves. And there's a story there that we're supposed to stay seated in the crowd and not stick out and not take care for ourselves and not honor and own what we do well, so that we can contribute in a way that allows us to thrive, an integrated, balanced way of being. So let's see, what else are we talking about today? Yeah, it's their issue, don't fear, right? Yes. So who has questions about this or wants to know more about closing the gap and matching your energy to your desires? So this is something that I'm working on, is really having fun in the period between when I'm decided I'm having something that I've designed something to be in my reality that isn't quite a reality yet, and how to enjoy that process, because that process right there is your shaping, that is your beingness. And most people get lost in that gap. And then they doubt themselves, they doubt the power of their creativity, they doubt the ability of others, they start second guessing themselves, and then we settle, don't we? And it's the settling is where you are telling yourself and the universe, no, you know what, I didn't really decide I wanted that, I was afraid, and I'm just gonna take what I can get. And that's what you'll get, whatever you can get, instead of what you've decided and is calling you and is leading you closer to yourself and what lights you up and what's beautiful, right? Yes. So Kim wants to know about matching energy to having your energy match your desires. So Kim says, how do you enjoy when your young child is not where she needs to be with me? Well, you know, we each have different experiences, Kim, and my message is for those that are ready to dive into it. And you know, we all go through experiences in our life where maybe someone dies, or we have to leave someone we love because that's not working, or we have to leave friendships, or you're in a situation where you can't be with your child. And here's the thing, this is your experience that you chose to come and be and do. And as difficult and painful as it might be, you do have a choice within the experience. This is where you have to get to, Kim, and everybody. It is what it is, right where it is right now. Like, I can't change my circumstance as I'm being presented of who I am. Hey, Alex, and what I desire. I didn't phrase that right. I said I can't change. We are where we are, right? We are where we are, and all you can do is take what you have and then live the best part of it. You know, live your best energy and put in your best intentions and trust the situation how it is. That's where it is. And so I know that maybe you were drawn to this because you know, the topic is the deciding is the manifesting. And you know, I've worked with clients and watched my colleagues reverse and shift what seemed like impossible situations. And we have to align to what's calling us and get very clear. You have to look at your own energy and your own situation And if you're caught up in worry and anxiousness about it, and that's causing you to sabotage because you're upset, and then you spend all, that's a choice. That's the only part that you can choose and not control, but be in creation with. Hey, Teresa, how are you? So, who else? Yes, you will come out on top. And I would say to nurture yourself as much as you can, and to spend a lot of time listening to positive creation and understanding that your vibration, this happens to be your experience in your life. Maybe you can tune into more deeply to what it is that you're shifting within yourself that allows you to come into a state of peace during a very difficult situation. That might be the lesson that it is. And we each get to discover what our lesson is that we repeat, or that comes up for us. Yay, Alex. Alex, talk to me. You got me live. What can I help you with? I want to connect with you guys and answer questions. I think having more fun and joy and pleasure within the gap, no matter where you are or what it is, will always open your cells up and your blood and magnetize to you what it is you need, And you know what, Kim? I don't know your situation, and my public live stream isn't a place for me to help you resolve that your child's an abuse. But if you sit and just worry all the time and the situation isn't shifting, how does that help your daughter even then? Like, your vibration and frequency and your experience is vital. And, all I can say is and I'm not just talking to you, Kim. So my live stream isn't just for you, right? So when I talk about having fun in the gap, I'm also talking to all the entrepreneurs, artists, creators that I work with, the people that invest in my experiences, about how they're managing to pull themselves up out of difficult situations financially to support their families and themselves. So, this message goes beyond your questions today for sure. And if I'm not the person that helps you with this, that's okay too. I'm not for everybody, and my message is about what I'm bringing through. But I do believe that your choice of how you resonate, if you can't have fun, of course, your child's in a difficult situation, then I would definitely choose peace, and I would definitely choose to be in a place of positive connection with your child, in a sense that you believe in the ultimate help and conviction, for yourself and her. So, all right. Alex, tune in. Okay? Tune in. So, listen. We show up on these live streams, we share our work, and sometimes the person that you're watching for some bit of hope or support, a lot of times people want to come on and think that the one message is for everybody. Everybody has a positive chance to shift something about their own frequency and vibration and change many levels of the experience. Ultimately, we all endure things that are beyond our supposed control, and our lesson is how we manage ourselves in the face of whatever is good or bad is happening to us. And so, if I'm talking about fun for the other 100 people watching this, and a few of you are going through a shitstorm right now and can't even think about having fun, that's you. That's your situation, right? And you might be surprised that if you can let yourself find some peace and joy, how you do shift something in the situation. It's about faith and trust in the ultimate creationary ability of your resonance. All right. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Yay. All right, I'm taking a little moment of pause there. Alex says, I'm stepping up into the next level me, asking for what I deserve and what I want. It feels super fucking uncomfortable, but I choose to do it. And yet those shitty little thoughts keep popping up and I entertain them. I have no question, I just need to do the damn thing. Yeah, I would say, Alex, that some of the biggest leaps that I've made required a leap of faith. And it's that old story of putting your foot out when there's not a step underneath it. And knowing that as you step forward, because you fully decided that this is what's gonna be, you're willing to take that step and then maybe like fall down and it's not, you know, there's no question that it's gonna be there, but that if it's not there, that there's gonna be something else come in that is what you need to do. It's like a decision to move the energy into creation rather than stagnation, a refusal to settle for what it is. That and a lot of times we have guilt and fear about the ask that we have, the asks that we have about asking for more money and better circumstances in our life and everything that's coming through for us that is guiding us. And I can say for myself, hey, Ali, all the things that have called me through my life that have come together in such a miraculous way now were scared the fuck out of me when they came through. It didn't seem to make sense, and nobody supported me in them because they were like, nobody had done some of the things that I'd done or couldn't see what the benefit of it was. And really what I wanted to talk about today was this concept that because you're rising up and asking for more and taking care for yourself, that you have this ingrained fear that you're like wasting your money or time being selfish. Okay, let me get this right. You're going to ameliorate your health, your wellness, and your fitness so that you can be a much more productive and engaged human being and spiritual being in your life. Like you're going to have a much more thriving sense of energy and thus be more active and present in your experience as it's aligned to you, whatever your situation is. And that's something to be guilty and shameful of, and people need to freak out and think you're in a cult or something because you're going to take care of yourself and rise up the conditions not only for yourself but your family and your neighborhood and the people in the world. Look, if you're called to this work, if you're called to rise up out of your circumstances and speak as a messenger and speak as a leader or be a leader in terms of doing artwork that nobody's ever done or showing your woo side and sharing your spiritual gifts because you really see and know things and you don't want to do it because the people around you think it's weird, but meanwhile it's just coming through you and you can't not. How is you being completely out of alignment and anxious and ungrounded and insecure and doubtful about your gifts and yourself going to help anybody? How? How is that going to help anybody? People who are used to staying in the fold of society and the, I remember when I first started doing this Valtopia stuff, I remember thinking, well, I don't step up in leadership. I'm used to being the right-hand man. I'm a hard worker. I'm super responsible. I'll show up. Hi, Priscilla. But I'm not a leader. I don't take on responsibility for other people. That scared me. And I realized, no, I have to stand up in leadership. I have to stand up in leadership and do what it takes to allow me to stand up in leadership because this is coming through me. So this is what I'm talking about on my shows. we're not just talking on here about feeling good or coming here for a quick hit to make yourself feel better, or me having all panacea information about how to make your life feel better for you depending on what your circumstances are. I'm talking to people who are like me, who have made the effort to come and show up in their life as a leader and bring forward their art and their creativity and their spiritual gift, and are trying to figure out how to bring it into a place of having some money come from it, and abundance and better life, and feeling like a powerful creator in your experience on all levels. I'm speaking to those people, you people particularly, because that's what I do. So there's a good chance a lot of my experience will be helpful and guide you. And the more that I do this work and realize how powerful I am to actually think of something, decide it, know that it came from me, and that even if it isn't here yet and nobody gets it, if I get it, it's coming in, then it's my job to honor what's coming in for me and bring it through. And that includes going through all the discomfort of the gap, of deciding over and over and over again to back and believe in what comes through me, even when it's just like a little hint of something, even if it's just a hint of an idea, and I drop the idea, and I know I can feel all this other stuff around it, but I know that until I drop that seed out and claim it in the real world, and then everything comes in, right, Alex? Like you it's like with any of the ideas that I've launched, any of the programs that I've launched, I have a name and I have an idea and I put it out there, and that's about all I have. And then after the program's over, I'm like, wow, that was a really kick-ass program, and people's lives were changed because of this. And if I hadn't just put it out there and called in and made the space, made the container for people to come in and be a part of it, I would just feel like a failure, right? I would just feel out of sorts with myself because the idea died inside of me. So it's a combination of sort of awkwardly leaping through your ideas and bringing them forth, and then letting things come in, and also just like really setting your mind to it, setting your mind over and over again about what you will have in your life, and knowing that if you try to think back to times when you have up-leveled your experience. Hi, Eddie. And now it's not even a thing, right? Bring yourself into that energy. I was doing that yesterday. I was thinking about how many things I've burst through that seemed so scary at first, and now it's like normal for me, right? What's going on, everybody? Hello. Should I do a watch party on the thing? Hey, Danielle, how are you? So does this help, Alex? You said it does. You just wrote something in your group about this. What should we do? I have my cards, but I'm not doing readings for everybody because I'm keeping my energy super clear. I'm calling in the most amazing clients. I love my clients right now. This morning I woke up to a text message from one of my clients, and she said, I'm just feeling so excited about life. And when she started with me, she was not feeling excited. Most people, when they come to me, aren't feeling too excited about life. For whatever reason, either they've been through terrible trauma or situations, or they're really stuck in their life and it doesn't align to who they are, or they're in a difficult relationship, or they just left a difficult relationship that's just kind of left them feeling less than themselves. Like it's like you've forgotten who you are, and you call in my support. And when I talk about doing the work, don't get scared that you have a bunch of PDFs and busy work to do. When you work with me, it's like your life is going on like it was, except now instead of staying stuck in the loop that you've been in and having that sinking feeling like, oh, I'm going to let myself down and get on the hamster wheel again. It's like, no, you come to me with what's happening, and we shift the energy together, and we shift the mindset, and we shift the patterns of behavior, and we shift the bad habits. And the bad habits, that's the stuff that, we can shift the energy like that overnight. We can show as soon as you put your credit card down, like the energy shifts. And then the work is the day-to-day process of being the decision that you've made, of becoming the decision that you've decided. And knowing that maybe in the beginning when you first make the investment, you're like, holy shit, what did I just do? Oh, and then knowing, but you know what? I've made the decision. This is what I desire. And on the other side of this 90 days, I know that every single day I will be taking a slice of life each moment of each day to become the decision that I've decided, even though it looks like, well, how the fuck's that gonna happen in 90 days? It's like, no, you've decided it. And now you have support. And support is listening, witnessing, holding space for you, energetically shifting your actual vibration with you, teaching you new perceptions and beliefs that you didn't know, checking you on your, the words that you say and the habits that you're up to. Most of my clients are so funny. We do some energy and we talk about things, and then they come to me and they're like, I quit smoking. I quit taking my sleeping pills. Been on them for 15 years. Just quit. I quit my medication. I'm fine. They never say, I need to do this. I don't know how to do it. No, they just come to me and do it. They're just doing it on their own. That's just a side effect. Quitting substances that you've been their bitch forever, because your energy shifts and you're aligning and you feel this immense sense of certainty and power from within. You trust and back yourself, and that shifts your whole thing. For sure, Alex, love you. Danielle says, seriously what? About the pills and the quitting smoking? Yeah, that's just a side effect. I'm always amazed. My clients will message me and be like, I quit. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know they smoked. And it was just something that it's when you feel good about yourself and you come into your own resonance, it's so much easier to match the vibration of your desires. It really, really is. Hi, Donna. Yeah, I've had it happen time and again. And my clients have been doing self-development and spiritual work sometimes for 10 and 15 years with no result. And then they come over. Well, Danielle messaged me. I've got a couple spots open. And I have different ways. I will tell you right now, because I've had people get all excited and then they go look at the price and they're like, oh, and it's like, really? Really? You're not ready to invest in this thing that's going to totally fucking change your life? I know it will. I have enough client experiences. Okay, it's up to you. But we start at $1,000 a month for 90 days, and then $3K, and then I actually have a $15,000 experience I'm so excited about. So if you're interested in any of those, just private message me, okay? But a lot of the reasons we stick to bad habits and make choices that denigrate us is self-worth and past life energies that subconsciously revert us to these scared choices rather than faithful choices. And we are so used to being in that energy that our mind wants us to stay there, and we keep trying, and that's what the hamster wheel experience is. It's like you sort of try to make the change, but you don't actually energetically shift, and you don't shift your habits, and you don't through your, you don't put your being where your mind and choice is, and there's this divided energy, and so you find yourself in this frustration because, you find yourself in this sense of I'm not going to be able to do it, because you have part of you wanting to change and part of you fearful that you'll never change. So energetically, you've got to shift it. Danielle says you put 6 through college. Wonderful. Wow, that's a huge accomplishment right there, for sure. So, who has more questions? Danielle, ask me. And I'm going to do a quick reading for everybody right now. All right. I just noticed somebody's going live in my group while I'm live. I'm like, what? I guess they didn't notice I was live. And that's cool. That means my group is bustling. So if you want to share your art, your music, your being, your presence, your leadership, your positive creationary energy, come to Valtopia and share who you are. It's a beautiful community. Yes, Danielle. Well, Danielle, since I'm just meeting you, can I tune in with you and kind of give you a sense of what it is to be in my energy and what it feels like? And are you versed in any of this energetic work, or have you ever had any energy guidance or mindset? How did I get to this? Oh, I'd love to tell the story. So thank you, Danielle. So I never knew how intuitive I was. You're an empath. Okay, so I'm highly empathic, and most of my clients are super mega empaths and are gifted as healers, psychics, oracles, visionary, creative leaders. And most of us have have experienced a lifetime of not really knowing either suppressing our gifts or being, blind to them, but feeling this mixed energy. Hi, Maria. Of knowing that we know things, but not quite understanding how to balance and manage it. And if we're empaths, we might have experienced a lot of disruption in our being because we feel other people, and we don't have good sense of boundaries, and we tend to feel other people instead of ourselves, and we want to heal the world, but we haven't even healed ourselves. That tends to have been something that a lot of my first few years of clients we've been going through. I feel like we're shifting in Valtopia to support even higher level leadership, people who have maybe moved past that point and are energy masters and are looking for deeper amplification and expansion, because you're masters and you've worked so deeply on yourself, you think that you don't understand why you can't transcend a certain level, and then you meet me and we excavate the deeply buried subconscious stuff. So Daniel asked me, how did I get to this? So I was married, and I had worked for years as an effects artist in the film business. And here in Hollywood, I live in Venice Beach, California. And my ex-husband went away for a few months, and I got online and I started learning I took a class on procrastination, and the woman that offered it is a beautiful mystic here in LA. And she opened me up, and I had other energy healers open me up and show me about myself. I didn't even know how to feel my own energy centers when I started. I certainly didn't know what I felt or wanted. I was so used to being submissive and deferring to others and people pleasing and kind of shutting myself off from myself that I didn't know about myself. And when I started feeling myself and feeling others and learning about energy, it became very clear that I'm very gifted at this. I'm super gifted at feeling. I can feel your energy. I can feel sort of the energetic pattern of your behavior, and I see with my eye your actual constellation, like kind of where you're blocked and where there might be past life and inner child. I'll see images of inner child history playing out. I'll see people like where they're sitting in their kitchen sometimes. It's just random what comes through my eye. But I always feel first and then know. And as a kid, Danielle, people would say to me, why are you so perceptive? Or how do you know that? Or you're so mature. And it just turns out that all my senses were turned on as a kid already. I was doing light language as a kid. I had a whole bunch of that out-of-body paralysis stuff as a kid and a teenager. A lot of stuff was happening that I just was happening, and nobody around me would talk about or know about any of this, so I just took it for granted. And when I started studying in 2015 about all of this stuff and studying about myself, and I've completely immersed myself in a spiritual online Facebook groups and meeting all these hundreds of spiritual entrepreneurs and offering myself. I started reading people's cards. I was always right. The cards would always be like in 3 and 4 decks, the same card. And I just took certifications in several different healing modalities. I wanted to sell my art, and I ended up, is it still live? That's a bummer. We were having a good thing. Oh, is it back? I'm back. Don't go anywhere. We're back. Are you still here, Danielle? So I guess the signal dropped out for a second. Yay! So I threw myself into this because my marriage, I wasn't happy in my marriage because my ex and I are very different on some levels about how we want to live life, and we were constantly butting heads, and I needed to be myself, and I didn't feel safe to be myself in that marriage. And I had to find a way to move on, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was so scared, and I had finished my career as an effects artist. I couldn't do that anymore and take care of my 2 little boys. And so I just started selling my art. I started offering my services. I started reading cards, and you can watch the whole journey on YouTube. All my videos are here. I started live streaming in 2016 and haven't stopped ever since. And I come on almost every day, and I post every day on Instagram and Facebook, and pump out to YouTube and my blog. I have a weekly blog. I pay a couple people to help me to create a daily message of support and uprising. Now, is my support for everybody? No. Like, I have a beautiful woman that she may still be on the live stream that's going through something very difficult, but I don't know if I had the right answer for her. But I do have a lot of answers for the people that are aligned to me and that are called in. Like you, Danielle, sound like you're like, oh, I need this. And that's beautiful. And every day, I get testimonials every day from my clients or tribe because they're connecting into their own energy. The biggest experience and result of working with me is coming back to yourself. And because that's what I remembering who you are. And also your clairs open up even more powerfully. The alignment of your energy, it all comes together. So I'm tuning into you, Danielle. I can already feel you because you gave me permission. I feel a lot of energy here in your throat. Do you feel that? Like right tight in here. Tell me if that resonates for you. Okay. So that is always what happens when people start to come into my energy field and we start resonating. I feel that my gift is to clear and heal a lot of past life trauma and pain. So as vibrant and colorful as I am, I walk through the depth of the shadow to bring integration and wholeness for myself and the world and my clients. So we're not just like whitewashing over anything. No, we're tuning into where there's a block or where there's a tightness. And I activate your throat to say, hey, we still have some stuff here. And depending on where it is in the body, I usually know what it is, whether it's a past life stuff or if it's panic and guilt and shame, and whether it's, I can't say the truth to myself or my dreams are too big. Like I kind of, after reading hundreds of people live every day, I know what my body says to me that tells me what it is. You may feel it differently. Now as I'm tuning into you and that throat chakra's opening, I'm starting to feel your heart chakra. And your heart chakra wants to open your heart center. And then I'm also feeling a lot of energy in your third eye and your crown. And so when we open this and this up, then you'll start to get more inspiration. And then I feel like we probably need to work on some grounding too. Does that resonate for you? There's a lot of energy right here though. Do you feel that? So let's tune into the diagnostic deck with you after I did my own. So I like to, on these live shows, I like to do my own initial reading, and then I pull the cards to sort of back up what was coming through. So the first card coming up is the energy drain, Danielle. Do you feel that? The energy drain. So if you're not able to speak the truth to yourself or others or fully express yourself, then that, of course, is going to limit the flow of energy and your feeling of alignment. That's where you're compromising yourself. And that's just like taps your energy, zaps your energy out, right? It's about to pop. There you go. I do burp. That's part of how I clear the energy. Do you feel that expansion when I burped? Excuse me. Ooh, look at that. This energy expansion allows you to come into abundance. Your abundance is right here waiting for you with inspiration when you open up your sense of expansion for yourself and your ability to speak your truth to yourself. How does that resonate? That's good. Danielle says yes and yeah, actually. And what is it you're wanting to quit, or do you want to save that for a private message? You felt it? You felt the shift? Let's see what this deck says. Yeah, you want to open up to your own desires and allow your energy to match your desires. And you desire abundance. We all do. We all have this innate desire to live up to our highest standards. And it's only society, and hey Krista, hey Nicole, in our experience that teaches us like, nah, you don't get to have that. But we get to shift that. We get to shift that no matter what's going on. Even if it's a terrible situation, like at the top of this live stream, one of our guests has a difficult situation. You know, no matter what's going on, we get to choose how our energy is flowing through and of us in our experience day to day, allowing more and more good to come to us so that then that resonates and filters out beyond us. Yeah? How is that going for you? Danielle, do you feel the shift? Yay! Overwhelmed. What's feeling overwhelmed? What is overwhelming for you? Let's hear. And let's pull a question card for you to consider. And then I'm probably gonna log off. I get to go get my kids soon. You know, it's summer camp, and I like to get them early. Yes, your awareness is what's gonna allow you to open up and tune into this energy and have your energy match your desires. Absolutely. Why am I happy, and how do I feel like a winner? Danielle, it was a pleasure to connect with you. It was a pleasure to connect with each and every one of you. Kim, all my love to you and your situation. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not in your life. I can't help you sitting on my couch that way with your situation. And if anybody's watching this live stream and does have support for Kim, by all means, connect in. And yeah, safe. I know, because that's been a huge issue for me, that even after I was safe, I didn't feel safe, right? Danielle says my house was set on fire by accident and the contractor stole all our money and taking care of my ailing gram. All right, well, there you go. I'm so sorry. You know, one of the biggest lessons I'm learning in life is no matter what happens, we have to assume that it's happening for us and bringing us through to what we are calling in. You have a trial coming. There you go. Well, then you can put all your energy into, you know, how you can bolster yourself and support for you. Yeah. And look at all these lovely people on the stream offering love and support. Absolutely. So say hello if you're just joining. Blessings. Hey, Donna. All right, everybody. I am gonna go and get ready for my kids, and I come on almost every day, and every day I'm gonna be sharing more and more about some of the new creations that are coming in. Aw, well, so much love to you, Danielle. This energy shift was here for you today, and you were meant to come and meet the Valtopia community. We have some super sweet, loving, generous people in this community for sure. And it's growing every day because I keep changing and shifting. And, you know, we call in newer levels of leadership and creation in here all the time. Donna says, don't cry, it'll be okay. It doesn't seem like it now, but it will. Aw, well, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry and let out your emotions, that's for sure. Say hello if you're just joining before I go. Say hi. Say hi, though. What's going on? And if you are new and watching the playback, you know, let us know. Oh, you're super sweet, Donna. Donna, Kim was having a bad time too. I don't know if you want to connect with her too. All right. Yeah, crying is the best way to shift energy and come into a new state of being. You know, we have emotion, all of our emotions. Ooh, somebody's coming through. My ear is like painful. Our emotions, good and bad, are part of our experience, and we are meant to feel and let them release, not suppress, squash down, hold on to them. So, hey Patrice, how are you? Yeah. Follow your intuition, everybody. Follow your intuition. Let me pull a card from the Sacred Earth Oracle for everyone as we allow this integration of today to come through. Know that when you watch one of my live streams, a lot of my energy comes through, so drink some water. My ear is still going, woo, so somebody's got a message coming through for sure. Let me see here. See what comes through. Ooh, look, I had an old card from another deck stuck in there, so that's fun. Asking opens a pathway. You're welcome, Donna. Thank you, everybody. Asking opens a pathway. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me, right? We have so much wealth of knowledge within ourselves, and we're so busy asking outside of ourselves so often and thinking that the answer's outside of us. And truly, if we could just get quiet with ourselves and tune in, a solution will come through. And for me, a lot of the work was learning how to get quiet with myself and hear what those answers still is sometimes. Absence and fortitude. That's what the cards were yesterday. So funny. Danielle says, I know it will all be okay. That's crazy. Your ear hurts. Mine didn't end up losing my hearing. Oh, no, I'm not losing my hearing. This is part of my gift. It's my clairaudience kicking in. I'm sorry you lost your hearing. I'm not losing my hearing. I'm having a spirit talk to me through my ear. Hi, Taylor. How are you? I always, a lot of times when I'm live or with a client or tuning in, people's souls will come through my ear and I don't hear or know what it is. I just hear a ooh. Taylor wants to know how to be quiet. You want to know how to quiet? Tell me if that's what you want to know, because that's what I'm all about. You got to get grounded. You got to get present in your body. You're full of anxiety and doubt. The same ear, and that's where I hear them too. Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm sure I do have some, what do you call it, tinnitus from listening to my Walkman on 20 when I was a teenager and mowed the lawn at the same time. But no, it definitely, like, there are certain days when the ringing is crazy, and I'll message a couple of my intuitive friends, and they're like, you know, yeah, it was ringing for me today too. So, thanks, Taylor. So, yeah, Taylor, that's a choice and a bad habit, right? It's just you've gotten used to it. So what you need to do is tune into how you can shift your mindset, your energy, ground deeper into your body, do some fitness. Like what's your practice of getting quiet? And Krista says meditation. You know, meditation for someone who's having a really hard time sitting still and calming down is not the answer, because I know people would tell me that and I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. That's why I get on live every day and teach people how to calm down, because most of us that have like this overactive awareness, it's overactive until you come into alignment and work with it and become an expert of yourself, you know, master of yourself. But it's like, if you're full of anxiety and nerves and you're supposed to sit still there, and if you've been through any kind of trauma or a disturbance, sitting still with yourself is the last thing you want to do. It's terrifying, because that's when your emotions that you won't feel finally come up, and that can feel scary as fuck, right, Krista? So this is where you can do some, like I have a free guided audio that will help you quiet and release a lot of tangled and attached energy. Attached meaning you're attached to the energy or the emotion or the belief, and you need to let that go, because it's actually like physical matter in your body that you're needing to decide that you don't need anymore, so that your mind can let go of it. Right, you can't meditate. Okay, Taylor. So how are you with grounding? And I feel my root right now, like it feels like that's probably a big part of what you want to learn about is, and you probably hover above your body and aren't really in your body. Am I right? That makes you feel anxious and you're in your head. If we're always in our head and thinking about what ifs and how's it going to go, that's all you're going to do is keep generating from that space, and you're going to keep getting evidence that that's all there is, so you can never relax because you're just living up here. We have to learn to get in our body, to be physical with our body, to be grounded, to be present, to breathe, and to choose habits that reinforce a sense of peace and balance, not habits that leave us outside of our body running around, running scared. Yeah. Donna says, I clean. When I clean, I'm thinking I'm talking to spirit, getting guidance. I also pray in the shower. My house is crazy at times. I have twins. I bet, Donna. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so always being worried is going to leave you always worried. And you're going to have a whole lot of manifestation from that worry, right? I always say, Taylor, create, don't ruminate. Ooh, that ear's going again. So if you are sitting there worrying, it's almost like you got to learn to snap out of it and choose your thought pattern and change it. And that's a process that even when you're advanced in this experience, you're still learning deeper levels of what are you thinking about and what are you creating with your being, rather than sitting around worrying. Exactly, flip it. And that's not easy for someone to do if they haven't awakened and activated their energy centers and you're not in alignment. So do you have a process of clearing your energy? Are you conscious and aware of what you feel in your own energy? Do you know how to ground and center and embody yourself and tune into your own highest soul being and receive wisdom from that? I'm imagining you don't, because you wouldn't be worried all the time and fretting and not knowing how to meditate. That's the beginning stage. And you can learn. Anything you don't know how to do, you can learn. Our mind says, well, I don't know how to do that. So you're going to have to grab a hold of yourself and decide that you're going to shift. Okay, Taylor, well, let me tell you, I have free meditation. I have a $22 product on my website. And then to work with me one-on-one, we start at 1K, 2K, and 3K for 90 days. So if you're able to do that, I could help you right away. And if that's not in your budget, then I would go get the Abundance Awakening and listen to the free meditation and watch my videos. I talk about this every day because this is my jam. I'm used to people that are high achieving, highly aware, like ADD cosmic beings. We have to bring that magic into our bodies. Once you do, you are such a powerful creator, and you realize that you were creating from your head space and not your whole body and being space. You have so much more aligned and connected to you, meaning like everybody, all the cosmos and God and the universe and your universe is connected to you when you get out of your head, right? Yeah, Krista says, you're in the right spot. Yeah. Donna says, I feel being worried is a learned behavior I got from my mom. Yeah, you flipped it by singing and dancing. That's perfect. You're perfect. And, we all have bad habits. Even the habit of thinking that something's too expensive, or I can't spend money on myself, or I'm not worrying about money and being like tight on money, that there's not enough. Those are all bad habits. The concept that there's not enough of things is a bad habit because it's what we've seen. But if you allow yourself to shift out of any belief or thought that you've been experiencing, but that your soul is saying, no, this could be different, you're being guided to allow that difference to happen in your lifetime through your being. And if you just ignore it and settle back in the couch with everybody else that's afraid, and you're getting this huge impulse and hit to shift it, you are ignoring yourself. You bet your ass that's going to make you feel anxious and uncomfortable, because your soul's up there going, yo, get in your body and do your shit. Quit fucking around, right? Quit fucking around. Who resonates with this fire? Woo! All right, it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to go get my babies. Taylor, what support can you invest in right now so you can quit being anxious and be the powerful creator you are? Instead of creating negativity and anxiety and shift storms, you get to create peace and bliss and love and connection. What you gonna do? What are we gonna do to help you? So much stuff is gonna be coming in. My head is like, yes! Hey, Ali, there's my girl, Ali. Right? Ali knows we've been through so much. Sure, message me, Donna. If it's quick, I can do it. Obviously, my clients pay me a lot of money to get one-on-one advice, but I'd be happy you to ask me a question and connect, Krista's friending you. I like it when my people help each other. And this is the Valtopia sphere. I am coming on live to connect with new clients and tribe members, so always be mindful of that too. Taylor, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to support yourself? You watch my posts along with Val's. Yeah. Yep. Did Taylor go somewhere? Where are you, Taylor? I'm not going to log off until I hear from you. Thanks, Donna, Krista. I love it when you guys connect. All right. Taylor, going once, going twice, going thrice. Ground, trust. Okay. Are you going to seek support to change your life? Even if it's a free meditation or a $22 product or coming into one of my group programs? Okay, Donna. Taking action is one of the fastest ways to shift your energetic being and change the course of your life. Yeah, it's a lot to process. We all go through it and are here for you. Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, the beginning stage is a challenge. And then as you move through aligning yourself to your natural state of being and your awareness, and you have the support now of your own highest guidance, things shift. Okay, well let me put the link in here so that you can check it out. And I want you to honor yourself and honor this discomfort that you're in, and know that you come to the place where it's not good enough for you anymore, and you're going to change it, and you're totally empowered to shift it, right? Doesn't that feel good? Like, okay, I don't feel good. I don't like what this is. I can see that, and now I'm going to do something about it. Right? Let me put the link here. Yes, you were guided here for a reason. Yeah, we all connect for a reason. And I do love Valtopia to be a connecting hub for those of us who are loving and connected and awake and improving our lives and our being together. So I love that you guys connect. And Taylor, you can come into the free group, Valtopia. Let me put a link to it here. Facebook.com/groups/Valtopia. All right. I think that works. Yeah. So that's in the comments too. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Look, it's almost the end of the month. I'm booking those one-to-one spots. I only have 2 spots left. So if you're watching this replay and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to quit smoking, to quit my pills, to come into alignment. I'm ready to make that 20, 30K leap in my income over the next 90 days. I'm ready to finally do that piece of art that I wouldn't do, that I've been waiting. I'm ready to call in love after being divorced. I'm ready to release grief after losing a loved one. I'm ready to activate my highest sense of spiritual awakening and share that with the world. That's one of the main things that people do when they come through with me, is to finally share with the world who they truly are. And that usually includes some woo outing. And it's not scary for them at the point that they do it, because we've done their energy matches their desires with the work we do together. And it just becomes easy instead of it being scary. Of course, there's some trepidation or coming out, and then it's like, wow, this is who I am. And now my people know, and the people that didn't get it kind of fell off. And now I have all these new friends, and it's amazing. So thank you so much, you guys. Reach out. 4 days left in the month. I would love for you to get on the roster right in time. And you have to decide. You have to decide that it's coming in, and that this is aligned for you. You want it, your desire, and your energy's here. Like, I don't know if I can have that. I don't have this right now. Nope. Every day. This is what I desire. This is what I desire. Right? Yes. All right. Have a beautiful afternoon. Own your frequency, supernova. There's nobody like you.